Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today, back with the Paper People Lady Edition. We're going to do something different with these. Last time we played with the Dude Edition, Dudettes, and we made egg flour. So I thought we're going to mix it up this time because we had two ideas that we were going to play with last time, and that was to do some sort of painting with them or some sort of sculpture with them. So we are going to try and do something with some of the ladies today. I'm going to see how many are going to fit in here nicely. Don't want to overcrowd this one. Initially there'll be a bit of work to put in, but then when we put it together it'll be quite easy. I'm going to try and do a sort of like a shifted stripe pattern. So I'm going to pencil line a load of stripes in. And they're going to be the same width on the ladies as well. And then I'm just going to paint them. I'm thinking just keeping it black and white. And the same for these, but alternate them. So it's sort of like a bit trippy on the eye. So what I'm going to do first is, will this break down into centimetres? Let's find out. Close enough. So I'm going to stripe 2 centimetres because these are quite thin. 2 centimetres will be too chunky. So I am going to flash forward because all I'm going to do right now is draw all my stripes in. We have a load of 1 centimetre stripes. And we have our unstriped dolls, which just about, which is rather handy, fit within. And they're all going to be roughly there. So we know we're going to be centimetre across from that point. Our little marks in. I'm going to do this with all 3, and then we'll flash forward. Well, we'll flash forward whilst I'm doing these 3. We're going to make sure, put them on there, make sure they're all in line. Make sure I haven't gone squiff anywhere along the road. Then we're going to look at painting. Fully striped. Went over them in marker because it's just going to make the whole thing easier to look at. They're sort of blending in already. What I will do, I was going to keep it black and white, but this paper is off-white. The dolls are white. So they're going to stand out more than I'd like them to. So we'll pick a colour in a moment. And I was going to paint these, but it is going to be easier to just colour in the stripes, especially with how many stripes we've got. So I've got loads of markers. I'm going to make a start. Let's move these over for a second. In fact, they'll be easier to start with. I've dotted everywhere that's going to be black. So I don't go wrong, because you have every chance of going wrong. I don't want to colour in black where I want it to be a colour, and vice versa. So I've given myself some little cheating dots. Call them cheats, call them guides, call them whatever you like, they're going to help you. So we're just going to do, if I can, quick enough, stripes in one, and then we're going to flash forward while I get striping up everything, and then we will come back and decide on a colour. I'm thinking some of your classics, either red or yellow. So we've got like a Bumblebee or Dennis the Menace, comic book style. This is going to also be a little bit quicker. It's going to be easier and quicker than painting. And one thing, if you do try and do something like this and you are using either paint or permanent marker, is you're going to always want to be working the side that you haven't been, because you will drag it. The marker dries quickly, but you can see as you're doing it yourself, especially if you're on the shiny side, which I think I am. It will drag it a little bit and you won't have crisp lines. So that might be obvious to some of you who have done similar sort of things and dragged your line unintentionally. Others it might not be. I'm definitely going to get colour as cramped by the time I'm done, because I can feel it setting in already. It's all that repetitive short movement that you'll be doing this. In other news, whilst I'm doing these lines as quick as I can, I am still experimenting with my new camera, so I'm hopefully going to be switching to that soon, because I still can't work out what focus setting to have, so it doesn't just zone in on, say, my hands and then the rest is still hazy, because it's sort of a cinema style recording setting for focus that he's got at the moment. That's quite a mouthful, and I'm not doing cinema style, I'm doing art, and there is a way to do that with the autofocus, keep it in one place. I just haven't worked it out yet. I also bought a lovely new mic for that one as well. Another lavalier lapel style mic, wired. It's got a nice long wire on it. So I was doing my research and it did say, well, people were suggesting that the wired ones are better. So stuck with wired. I've also, in other purchasing news, bought some more moulds for the resin folk out there that are following me. There is, at the moment, two have arrived. Two have arrived and I'm waiting for 3 more. And they're all project style ones. So it's going to be fun having a go with those. Some will be for the UV resin, some will be for epoxy, and some I think will work better doing a bit of both. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing in between takes, is striping up everything in black first. It's going to look, I can pick her up by the hands, it's going to look pretty cool. So here's hoping I don't get too cramped. I'll have plenty of tea and plenty of breaks in between, because my hand, like I say, it's already cramping up. So if I do all of that in one session, the lines definitely ain't going to be straight no more. So we're going to flash forward. Many, many, many colouring of stripes later. And despite doing my little cheat dots, I somehow managed to do one wrong way. So I had to do another one, because I also started to do it the exact same wrong way on the back. So we've got a spare stripy lady over there. But check this out. How cool does that look? Now, I'm undecided as to whether to go in there with colour or not now, because it does look quite cool as it is, even though the background isn't as white as the foreground. That still looks really cool. And that was the original idea, was to just keep it black and white. And it is definitely messing with your eyes if you move around a little bit. Same for if I put my hand over there, that kind of... I think we're just going to leave this one as it is. I'm going to glue them down. Right, let's just slide that up there. Let's get the glue. But we'll weight it down so that it dries nice and flat. Right, I am going to just let that dry nice and flat and weighed down. And we'll do the final shot when we get back. That does look really cool. It was simple, just a little tiny bit time consuming, so putting loads of stripes in, colouring them in, but really effective, really cool. So yeah, we'll come back when that is completely and utterly dry. We are dry, we are finished. Our slightly trippy black and white paper doll picture is done. What do you all think? I quite like it. Simple but effective. Let me know what you think. Do you like this simple idea? Is it something you'd like to give a go yourself? You don't need paper dolls for it. You can literally do something like draw a handprint on there. And then I was just using up these paper dolls that I've got. You don't need to put things on. You can literally do a simple drawing on a bit of paper and then just line right the way through it, but colour alternate. We might do that next time as another quick and easy. So, yeah. I will stick this up in the front room with my wall of random bits that I've drawn that aren't really for sale because they're not. Though this framed would look quite nice. We call it Stripy Dolls. Or something more creative. That's the title, Stripy Dolls or something more creative. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.